Macmillan Audio presents An Insignificant Case by Phillip Margolin. Read for you by Peter Ganim. Part 1. The Martyr. Chapter 1. Guido Sabatini walked into La Bella Roma Italian Ristorante a few moments before Gretchen Hall left her office to tell her maitre d' that she had resolved a problem with one of their suppliers. Guido looked like some of the religious paintings of Jesus that Gretchen had seen in cathedrals and churches. He was 6'4" and dressed in a white floor-length caftan that was secured at the waist by a gold rope. His thick, blonde hair flowed over his shoulders, and his downy beard and mustache framed a beatific smile that beamed at Salvatore Borelli while the maitre d' berated him. Gretchen, the owner of La Bella Roma, was on the downside of 40, but she could have passed for someone much younger. Her hair was as blonde as the biblical figure who was standing in front of her maitre d', and her black pantsuit and white, man-tailored silk blouse clung to a figure that a teenage girl would have envied. "What's the problem, Sal?" Gretchen asked. Borelli turned toward his boss. "This guy came in last week. He's trying to hawk his pictures to our customers. I told him to get lost then, and I'm telling him again. If he's not out of here in 2 seconds, I'm calling the cops." It was the height of the lunch hour, and a restless crowd was stacking up behind the artist. Gretchen saw that the object of Borelli's ire was holding a portfolio. To avoid a scene, Gretchen opted for diplomacy. "What kind of pictures do you have for sale?" Gretchen asked. "Not pictures, signora. Works of art," the man said in a poor imitation of an Italian accent. "Paintings of martyred saints, landscapes of Tuscan hill towns, depictions of the canals of Venice." "Why don't we go to my office so I can take a look?" Gretchen turned, and the artist followed her to the back of the restaurant between tables of gawking diners. Gretchen's office was starkly modern and windowless. She had decorated it with a granite-topped desk, a black leather sofa, and black and white photographs of the Colosseum, the Via Veneto, the Piazza Navona, and other landmarks of the Eternal City. The only anomaly was a mirror with an ornate gold frame that had belonged to a mistress of one of the Doges. Hall had found it in an antique store in Milan during Fashion Week, and had fallen in love with the story of its origin. The mirror was mounted on the wall across from a photograph of the Trevi fountain. "I'm Gretchen Hall, and I own La Bella Roma," she said when they were inside her office. "Who might you be?" "I am Guido Sabatini, signora." A small, glass-topped coffee table covered with menus, invoices, and other papers stood under the photograph of the fountain. Gretchen cleared the tabletop. "Well, Guido, let's see what you've got." Sabatini opened his portfolio, and Gretchen was stunned. The artist had created the optical illusion of a Saint Sebastian who writhed in pain from the arrows that pierced him. The crowds wandering the streets of a Tuscan hill town actually seemed to move. But it was a moonlit view of a Venice canal that Gretchen decided she had to have. "They're not bad," said Gretchen, who had been taught how to bargain at an early age by her attorney father. "What do you want for the Venice Canal painting?" $1,000, signora, Guido said. "Oh, well, I really like it, but $1,000. She shrugged. "I could manage 250.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?